Hi guys! So it's been a very long time since I've done anything about Invisalign. Currently I'm on tray 2. I kind of did a vlog of my first 2 weeks. I will be switching these out in like a day, so I thought it would be a great idea to put all the vlogs together so you guys can see my experience with them. Don't judge me. I look a mess in some of the videos just because I did them either really early in the morning or I did them really late at night, just to give you guys, the full experience. To start off, when I did go in to get my Invisalign, they gave me something like this. It is the Invisalign starter kit. Inside the kit, you will get an Invisalign, I don't know if you can see this, an Invisalign like packet. It's just an instruction manual, so if you really needed to know how to, for example, this shows you how to take them out. You can go more in depth, and it has a lot of different questions that frequently asked questions are on this side. You also get 2 holders, so one blue and one red. The red one I'm currently using as my old aligners are going in here, so my first tray is, if you can hear it, is currently in here. Just in case if I lose these, I can always go back to these. That's why you keep them in this case. And then this blue one I keep in my bag, so when I do go out, like for example if I'm going out to eat, or let's say I'm at work and want to take my aligners out to eat, I would put them in this little tray, which just pops right open. And it also says optimal use is 22 hours. Give or take, sometimes it depends on the day. I usually stick to at least 22-23 hours a day. I also got these straws. I don't know the exact name for these, but they call them straws at my orthodontist, and basically what you do is when you have them in your mouth, you bite down on them to make sure your aligners are in place and are correctly snapped in. That's pretty much what these are used for. And I have a blue one and I have a red one. They said that every time I come back I could just ask for more if I needed more. These are the packets where you get your Invisalign. This is where they come in. So they're Ziploc bags basically. You just unclip them and they open right up, and then you can seal them. Because they're Ziploc, you can seal them right away. Well, it also shows you how many trays I have. So I'll have 34 trays. This is my second out of 34, and I'll have 34 on upper and lower, so it'll be the same amount, which comes out to be like a year and a few months, which is not that bad. My orthodontist did say that halfway through, which is usually the 17-18 trays in, they'll reevaluate how my mouth and my teeth are moving, and they'll see if they need to either add more trays or take some trays away. So hopefully they don't have to add any more trays. So that's it for the starter kit. That's all you'll get in there. Depending on your orthodontist, they'll either give you 2 trays every time you come in, which is what my orthodontist is doing at the moment every time I come in. So that means you wear a tray for 2 weeks, so every 4 weeks I'm going in. So I'll be going in soon to get my other 2 trays. These 2 trays that I have on at the moment, that I've had on at the moment, don't have any attachments. So he said that I will be getting my attachments put on, which are basically like small buttons on my teeth. I'll be getting my attachments when I go in for my 3rd tray, my 3rd and 4th tray. The attachments are made basically to move your teeth the way they want to, so it works a little faster and it's a little bit more efficient in moving your teeth. And you can get to see my experience as the days went on. I'm about to head to my orthodontist. It's weird because I've been waiting for this day for like weeks now, and we'll see how it goes. So I got them in, and yeah, they don't hurt, they just feel weird. Like my lips have to, if you look, they're kind of pouty. Also speaking, it's kind of hard because if you obviously have something in your mouth, so my tongue gets a little tongue-tied. I've had these on now for 9 hours now. They don't hurt. I know a lot of people were a few hours into it that they started hurting. They don't hurt my mouth. I don't necessarily have a lisp like some people say they have. but you do notice like the difference in my mouth if I do talk for a long time, just because your tongue is kind of like getting used to the plastic. My mouth dries out a lot faster. Like I'm constantly trying to like lip my lips, or I have like a water bottle by my side. The only thing that's hurting me at the moment is my tongue. Not really hurting me, it's just kind of like sensitive, just because it's like playing around with the plastic in my mouth. You can't really tell. I was with a group of people today and they didn't even know that I had them on. I snack a lot, so I've caught myself a few times like forgetting that I have them in my mouth, and I'll go and like get a bag of chips, or I'll go and say like I want some ice cream, and then as soon as I'm about to grab the item, I'm like, I can't even eat that because I have the braces on. But you can't really tell I have them unless you're like this close and like you can see the plastic. It's so weird, but when the second time I took them out to eat, I kind of felt like my bite had already changed a little bit. It wasn't anything crazy. One thing that did shock me was the fact that it actually, I thought it was like gonna be like straight across on the top, and it actually really isn't. It kind of like goes with how your teeth go. So I don't know if I can explain it, but if you can see, like it goes like around instead of going like straight across, which is good, I guess, because it's not gonna scrape up my gums or like my mouth, which is awesome. So here you go. So it's the morning of day 2. They actually feel tighter today for some reason, and I think it's just because some of my teeth feel like tender. Getting them in and out it's actually not even that hard for me. But then again, I don't have my attachments on yet. I get those in 4 weeks, so I might struggle with those. I definitely notice a difference, but it definitely feels weird when I'm like eating. It feels like my mouth is off. I look swollen. I don't know if that's just because of sleeping with them in, and my face isn't used to it. Just tender in certain teeth that I believe they're basically working on the most. It's this tooth right here. I feel like it's being pushed in. Just this one, not this one. This one here. And then these teeth down here are a little bit more crooked. So I feel like they're being pushed in as well. So I've had them in for a week in my mouth now, and they don't hurt, so I haven't had any pain with them yet. I don't think I'm gonna have pain with them. The only discomfort that I get is that my tongue is constantly rubbing up on them, especially when I talk a lot. I haven't really had people notice. Or if people have noticed, they haven't really mentioned anything. They haven't like pointed it out or anything like that. A tip that I would suggest to people that I didn't actually know, I kind of just noticed as I went on, is that when you do take out your aligners, you want to make sure you rinse them at least. Just run them under water for a few seconds and then put them away. If you don't do that and you put them away right out of just like with your saliva on it, and you just kind of just store them, what happens is it makes it a little bit harder to clean them afterwards, just because your saliva dries up, and then whatever you had in your mouth, let's say, will stick onto your liner and just dry there. So when you go brush your teeth and brush your liners and try to put them back into your mouth, you'll find that they're still they're a little dirty. So my suggestion to people is to rinse them before you put them away, and then go eat. So it is day 9 in my treatment, and a few things have happened. In the beginning, I wasn't complaining about any pain or anything like that. When I got to day I want to say 6 or 7, I wasn't really feeling really bad pain, but your mouth at this point kind of just gets like irritated by having the trays in. There is going to be a point in the middle of your first week where you feel like your teeth are going to fall out. Not that they really are, it's just that they feel so sensitive and so, I don't want to say loose, but in a sense they feel loose. So when you, for example, that happened a lot in my front teeth up here. So when I went in to bite into something, I couldn't really bite in from the front of my teeth. I had to kind of use my side. But it does help to just cut up your food, put it in your mouth, and it's easier to eat that way. The trays do start turning a bit yellow. Mine are turning a slight tint of yellow towards the back where my molars are, which is where most of the chewing is done. You do brush your teeth 5 times a day or more depending on how much you eat. No matter how many times you clean them, after a while it's just gonna pick up that yellow tint, which is kind of good that it picks it up towards the end of, you know, your last week, not the first 3 days or the first few days. It's towards, I'm gonna change this tray out in 4 days, so in 4 days I should be okay. You can't really see the yellowness in the front, so I don't mind. After wearing them and talking for a bit, they do get a little sharp. They do get sharp toward the edges, which really sucks, but your lips get used to it. If you do pass your tongue around it, or if you like press too hard against them, you might cut yourself. So do file them down if you need to. I had to file this one down here because it was really close to my gum, and it was making my gum be like very inflamed and red, and I was bleeding at one point, so I did have to file it down. It was fine the first 2 or 3 days, and then it kind of, I guess the rubbing of the tray against my gums kind of got to it, so I was fine the first 3 days. I didn't have to file anything down, and then I kind of had to file it down because it was really bothering me. But now I'm fine. I probably have them in for at least 23 hours, maybe more, depending. I eat really quick, so I don't take like half an hour. The most I probably take is like 15 minutes, and then I brush my teeth right away. You do have that urge of where you just want to put them back into your mouth, and you don't want to leave them out for too long after. Okay, so this is my last day with tray 2. Tomorrow they are going to put the buttons on my teeth, and they're going to put tray 3 in. I don't really know how many packets they're going to give me, but as for tray 2, nothing serious. It hasn't been tight. In the beginning, of course, they're snug, no pain, no irritation. Actually, my tongue is actually used to them now. I talk a lot better. I can pronounce words a lot better than I used to before, if you noticed. I haven't had any discomfort with them. The only thing I have noticed is that I do get slight bleeding in my mouth. I've been told that that's normal. Besides that tray 2 was very simple, very easy. Nothing irritated with me, nothing bothered me, there was nothing new, so that's why I don't really have much of an update on tray 2. But this is the result so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed my experience with tray 1 and 2. I will be updating you guys on tray 3 and 4 when I finish those. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 3 and 4 as a vlog. So see you guys later. Bye!